This is Alex West, and he's here to welcome you to the very first Adventures of GamePro update video. It's been exactly 1 month since I first announced my intentions of turning GamePro's old comic book series into a fun and exciting YouTube series. I put out a call for voice actors in hopes of creating an epic production that would remind everybody of the greatness of Alex West. A lot of things have happened in that month, so I want to spend a few minutes going over some of the big news. Let's first focus on the design. My first idea was to keep the presentation simple, letting the audio take center stage. But as I began talking to people and tinkering around with the artwork, I realized that this was a perfect opportunity to turn the Adventures of GamePro into a motion comic. Now, don't get too excited. I'm not turning this into a fully animated masterpiece. I don't have the time or budget or even resources to make that happen. But what I can do is add just enough animation and effects to make the original comic book come to life. Here's an early example of what I'm talking about. As you can see, Zardoth now floats up and down, and the glowing orb actually glows. Now we bring in the next panel, freezing and graying out the previous one. And when we actually add music, voice acting, and sound effects, this is going to be out of this world. This process is going to take some time, so I've been working on it little by little over the last month. Whenever I get a free minute, I'm cutting away and trying to find something to make each panel pop. Don't expect to see the Adventures of GamePro debuting in the next week or two. It's going to take some time, and I actually want to get it right. And that brings me to the next bit of news. After putting out the casting call, I was inundated with some pretty incredible auditions. You have no idea how excited I was every time an MP3 hit my inbox. I'm genuinely shocked by the quality. I really am. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of expected there to be some stinkers, but everybody who submitted a sample delivered. The good news is that I have a part for everybody who auditioned. I mean it. If you auditioned and you still want to be involved, then I'm gonna make sure that you're in the production. That's how confident I am with those auditions. That said, I haven't made any casting decisions, and I probably won't in the immediate future. In other news, I decided to bring on a kick-ass chiptunes musician to create the score. He's gonna reimagine some of the classic songs, as well as create his own masterpieces. I'm gonna spend a whole update announcing who it is and why you should be excited, so look for that in the coming weeks. Speaking of announcements I'm being purposely vague about, I'm gonna end this with some very cool news. I'm talking massive. I can't say who it is or how they're gonna be involved, but we have one of the original members of GamePro on board, somebody who actually worked on this comic strip. No, I've said too much. That's something you're gonna freak out about in a future update. So with the debut of this series still a ways off, I want to go over what you can expect as you patiently wait. My plan is to continue posting updates of the progress, making big announcements, and answering your questions about the project. I also plan on creating a series of companion videos about the Adventures of GamePro, filling you in on the comic's history and importance. And of course, I'm going to continue to post the usual reviews, previews, and features. I think it's safe to say that you're not going to be bored while you wait. I appreciate your continued support, and I assure you that I'm creating the definitive version of the Adventures of GamePro. I can't wait to show you more. Until then,